Hi everyone, happy to see you again. This is the video. I'm going to continue the section B for the program Pecutan set 1. Here in this video, I'm going to discuss the solution for the first 10 questions. Okay, so let's proceed to the first question. Solve the equation of 3 power of x minus 3 power of 1 minus x minus 2 equals to 0. All right. So again, you can check your answer if you have got the answer correctly and you know the solution pretty well. You can just proceed to the next question. Yeah. All right. So here we have. I'm going to separate the second term into the 3 power of 1 multiplied by 3 power of negative x minus 2 equals to 0. So you got to understand what does it mean by the 3 power of negative x. This means that, so sorry. So here, you can try to rearrange it. All right, you will get a quadratic form. Yeah, 3 power of 2x minus 2 multiplied by 3 power of x minus 3 equals to 0. Now I will replace the a as a 3 power of x so that you can see clearly this is a quadratic equation that you will have a square minus 2a minus 3 equals to 0. And it is quite easy for us to factorize a quadratic equation where you have a multiplied by a and 3 multiplied by 1. In order to get negative 2a, here has to be negative and this is positive. All right, so here you got a equals to 3 or a equals to negative 1. And later on, we are going to substitute back the a as a 3 power of x, yeah? Then you compare the power. At the right side, the power of the 3 is 1. So compare the power, you will have x equals to 1 for the first equation. Second equation, you got the 3 power of x equals to negative 1. And I'll say that we just discard this solution. All right, there's no solution in this. Okay, always say that we just say that this has no solution because 3 power of x is an exponential function and it wouldn't be equals to a negative 1. It's always positive because the 3 power of x is always positive. So this equation has no solution. We only accept one answer, that is x equals to 1. So you scroll back to the choices that we have. That is the C that we only accept. All right. For this question, I'm going to square both side. All right, square both side in order to eliminate the square root. So you get a square root of 1 minus x multiplied by square root of 1 minus x. That we will have a 1 minus x. All right, because square root of a squared, you get a, right? Now, so right side you get the 2 minus square root of 2x plus 1. All right, 2 minus square root of 2x plus 1. And we are going to expand this. 2 multiplied by 2, you got 4 minus 2 of the square root of x, 2x minus plus 1 minus 2 minus 2 multiplied by square root of 2x plus 1, you got negative 4 of square root of 2x plus 1. And a negative multiplied by negative of the square root of 2x plus 1, you get the 2x plus 1 only. And the right left hand side, you get the 1 minus x. Now you're going to move the term with the square root into the left hand side. Okay, we have this, and the right side, all the term without the square root, I will move to the right side. Here I try to simplify. I got 2x, 4 plus 1, that will be 5, and move the negative x, you get positive x at the right, and negative 1. Finally, you get a 3x plus 4. Okay. All right. So now again, we square both sides. Square both sides, you got a 16. 2x plus 1. All right. Square both sides. Okay. Then you got a, sorry, square root of the 2x plus 1 square. That will be 2x plus 1 equals to 9x squared. All right. Plus 24x plus 16. Okay, So here you can see that later on you'll get a quadratic equation. After I have expand and simplify, I got this quadratic equation. To solve this quadratic equation, we're going to factor out the x. So I got the 9x minus 8 there in the bracket. Here I have x equals to 0 and x equals to 8 over 9. Okay, so here I want to advise that later on you're going to check both answer whether it is satisfied the equation, meaning that you're going to substitute the x as 0 at the left and the right, see whether left and right got the same value, and also the 8 over 9, yeah? Replace or substitute the 8 over 9 into the original equation, see if you got the answer. All right, so since both of the answer is satisfied the equation, we're going to choose the answer C. For the question 3, okay, we are going to express the log 9 third x over 4 to the base of x into the terms of m and n. So given that the m equals to a log 2 base of x and n is a log 3 base of x. So I'm going to change or convert this log into its simplest number. So 9 I'm going to change it into the 3 square, and 4 I'm going to convert into the 2 square. So before that, split them into a separate term. I have a 9 log 9 plus log third x, all right, minus log 4 base of x. Yeah, according to the laws of log, when you have multiply, when you split them into the two terms of log, they are going to be addition, and when you divide, that will be subtraction. All right, so this log 9 I'm going to change into the 3 square, and the square you move to the front, you got 2 here. And the x square root of x, I'm going to convert into the x power of 1 over 2. And the 1 over 2 move to the front. You got the log x base of x minus log 2 square. The square, you move to the front. You got 2 at the front. All right. So here, question says that the log 3 to the base of x can be replaced by n. And log x to the base of x is 1. So here you have only 1 over 2. And log 2 to the base of x is going to be replaced by m. So here I have, so here will be, this question is there's some mistake. I think, right, the m will be the a, all right, a, and the n will be the b. Okay, so here we have m will be the a, right? So you got a 2b plus 1 over 2 minus 2a. All right, so the answer is a. Yeah? So please correct this. M change to the a and the n change to the b. So here will be a and b. All right. For this question, I'm going to use the discriminant to find the answer, because it says that the equation, this quadratic equation, has an equal root. So first thing coming to my mind, I will deal with the b squared minus 4ac, which is our discriminant. Since it says that it has an equal root, I will say that the b squared minus 4ac is equals to 0. Alright, so b is the coefficient of the x, so I'll get the h minus 4 as my b, that b squared, minus 4a, a will be the 1, and the c is a h minus 4. This is equals to 0 since it says that it has the equal roots. Alright, expand the h minus 4 square, I got my h square minus 8h plus 16 minus 4h plus 16 equals to 0. And now you can simplify it. You got h square minus 12h, all right, equals to 0. Okay, so sorry, here should be a positive 32. All right, positive 32. Okay, so now we factorize it. You got a h 8 4, that is 32. Okay, negative, negative. So h will be equals to 8, and the h also will be equals to 4. I know 1. So the answer is A. For this question, we have given this quadratic function is a factor of the cubic function, all right, hx. Find the other roots of the hx equals to 0. So I'm going to compare the coefficient. It says that this quadratic is a factor, so I know that that will be linear factor multiplied by these quadratic factors. That will be equals to this cubic function. All right. Then after that, I'm going to expand this. I'll get my 2a x cubed. All right. And plus a 5a x squared. Expand this. You have a negative 3ax. And later on, plus 2b x squared. Okay. And plus a 5bx minus 3b. Okay, so now I'm going to collect all the like terms together. So the x cubed term only one, and the x squared term I got a 5a plus 2b x squared. All right, and the x term I got negative, positive lah, negative 3a plus 5b x, and the constant term I got only negative 3b. So here I'm going to compare the coefficient of the x cubed. That 2a is equals to the 2 here. So a will be equals to 1. In order to get the b, I'm going to compare the constant. Negative 3b equals to negative 3 here. So b will be equals to 1. Okay, so here I'm going to substitute the a and the b into my linear factor. That is my ax equals to b. So the other root will be 1 multiplied by x plus 1. That is my the other root. So x plus 1 multiplied by 2x squared plus 5x minus 3 equals to 0. This is the hx equals to 0. All right. So the other root will be x equals to negative 1. All right. Okay. So I got my so please do correction. This is not x equals to 1, but x equals to negative 1. Yeah. Okay. So this is the D. Answer is D. X equals to negative 1. Yeah? This is wrong. Okay. So for the question 6, here we have one quadratic equation, which is in terms of t. And now the question told us that the equation has an equal root. So I'm going to use the discriminant. B squared minus 4ac equals to 0. Again, it has the equal roots. Yeah. So b will be 4t plus 4u. Okay. And then b squared, right? So 4t plus 4u squared minus 4a. A will be the t, and the c as a 4t minus 2v. So equals to 0. So all the our equation not only in terms of t but also in terms of u and also the v. All right. So I'll try to expand this. Later on, I'm going to make the t as a subject and going to express the t in terms of u and the v. All right. So expand this. You got the 16t squared plus 16 multiplied by 232, 32tu, okay, plus 16u square minus 16t square plus that will be 8tv, okay, plus 8tv. Let me check. All right, equals to 0. So here I'm going to, okay, eliminate the 16t square minus 16t square. That will be 0. And here we have two terms containing the t. That will be 32tu and 8tv. So I'm going to move them, leave them into at the left side. And the term without the t, I try to move to the right side. I got negative 16u squared. So in order to make the t as a subject, I'm going to take the t, okay, factor out the t, and I got the 32u plus 8v in the bracket. So to make the t as a subject, I will divide both sides by 32u plus 8v, That will be a negative 16u squared over 32u plus 8v. And obviously that this expression can be simplified further by dividing both numerator and denominator by 8. Alright, so this 16 divided by 8, you will get a negative 2u squared. 32 divided by 8, you get a 4u plus v. Alright, so your answer is t equals to negative 2u over 4u plus v. That will be B. Okay, for the question 7, okay, before we start this question, just want to remind you that if you have a square root of a squared, it can be represented by the absolute value of a. All right, these two are the same. Okay, so now, all right, so from these quadratic inequalities, I'm going to arrange um, move the x term to the left side. That will be 2x squared minus 5x less than negative 1. Yeah, and later on I'm going to complete the square for this left side. That will be divide. Okay, divide 2 at both sides first. Then after that, complete the square. Okay, complete the square at the left side. I got the x minus 5 over 4 square minus 25 over 4, yeah, over 16. All right. If you do not know how to complete the square, you need to refer back to your notes. Okay, that will be 25 over 16 less than negative 1 over 2. And I will just leave the x minus 5 over 4 square at the left side, and the constant I move to the right side. Then I have a 17 over 16 at the right side. So in order to convert this into the absolute value form, I'm going to take the square root at the both side. Okay, take the square root at the both side. So according to what I have reminded you just now, square root of a square, it can be written as an absolute value. Okay, so square root of x minus 5 over 4 square, it can be written as x modulus of x minus 5 over 4 less than. All right, third of 17, that cannot be simplified, just will remain as a third of 17, and third of 16, that will be 4. Okay, then after that I will move the 4 to the left side back. I got my 4 x minus 5 over 4 less than third of 17, and the 4 can be multiplied into this inside this modulus. I got my 4x minus 5. All right, because 4 multiplied by 5 over 4, that will be 5. Okay, so the answer is D. Okay, question 8. In order to solve these inequalities, I'm going to use the definition modulus of x less than a. If you want to solve it, you have to open up this modulus, okay, by using the definition. That is the a is in between negative a and the a. All right, so here as if that our x is replaced by a 3 over 4x plus 2. Okay, and the a replaced by the x plus 3. Now I'm going to open up this modulus sign. I got my 3 over 4x plus 2 less than or equals to a. A is your x plus 3 and greater than negative a, right? So negative a will be negative of x plus 3. So I'm going to divide this into the two inequalities. The first inequality will be the first set, the first pair. This is the first pair. Okay, so I got my negative x plus 3 less than or equals to 3 over 4 x plus 2. And the second inequality will be my second pair in my inequality. This is the one. Okay, so I got my 3 over 4 x plus 2 less than or equals to x plus 3. And remember that the relation between these two inequality is n. All right, this is very, very important. Okay, so now I'm going to solve it separately. Solve the first inequality. I got my negative x minus 3 less than or equals to 3 over 4 x plus 2. Bring all the x term to one side. So here you have a negative 7 over 4 x less than or equals to 5. And to get the x right, you're going to divide, okay, or multiply both sides by a negative 4 over 7. When you multiply inequality by negative number, don't forget to reverse the sign. So you get negative 20 over 7. Okay, this is the solution for the first inequality. And the second inequality, using the same method, you will get negative 1 over 4x less than or equals to 1. And again, the x is greater or equals to, because you reverse the sign because you multiply both sides by negative 4. Okay, so you got x greater or equals to negative 4. So now focus on these two solutions that we have. I'm going to combine them by finding the intersection, because of the relation that we have stated just now is n, right? So in order to combine them, I'm going to intersect. Okay, finding the intersection, I recommend use the number line. Okay, when you use a number line, okay, you're going to plot the two values. Okay, which value is bigger, is smaller, you are going to put it at the left hand side. So since a negative 4 is a smaller number, so I'm going to plot this as a negative 4, and this is negative 20 over 7. And for the x greater or equals to 4, the arrow is showing to the right side. And for the x greater or equals to negative 20 over 7, again we're using the dense circle. Okay, so our graph, not sorry, our number line has divided into 3 portions. Okay, so which of the 4 portions that you see the intersection, that will be the portion which occur 2 arrowhead. So that will be this third portion of the number line. So the answer is x is greater or equals to negative 20 over 7. Okay, this is your final answer. And that will be the A. All right. To solve this equation, I'm going to solve this, and then I'm going to consider 1, 2, 3 statements, see which one is correct. Okay, so 3 minus 7x in the absolute value, okay, in the modulus sign, is equals to 3 minus x. So to solve this equation, I'm going to open up the modulus by forming two equations. First equation is 3 minus 7x equals to 3 minus x, or the other equation is 3 minus 7x equals to negative of the 3 minus x. So solve the first equation. You got a negative 7x plus x, that will be negative 6x, equals to 3. 3 minus 3, that will be 0, and x equals to 0. This is the first solution that we have. And to solve the second equation, I'm going to, I'm going to multiply the negative into the 3 minus x. I got negative 3 plus x. Alright, so negative 7x minus x, I got negative 8x, and negative 3 minus 3, negative 6. So x will be equals to 3 over, okay, 3 over 4. Alright, so now we consider this the first, second, and the third statement. Choose the correct answer for this. Yeah, so the first answer that we have is 0, and the second answer is 3 over 4. So the answer is only 1 and 2. For the question 10 is given us the fx and the gx, asks us to find the fg inverse of 3. So firstly, I'm going to get my inverse function for the g. To get the g inverse of the g, I'm going to use this composite function of the g inverse equals to x. So put a bracket for the g inverse. So you can see clearly that when this is the x, right, your function is x over 2 minus 1, all right? If this is changing into the g inverse, these x also are going to be changed to the g inverse. So here, g inverse means that that will be g inverse divided by 2, because I replaced the x as a g inverse, divided by 2 minus 1. that is equals to x. So here I can get my G inverse by taking the x plus 1 and multiply by 2. And now I'm going to find the f G inverse 3. F of G inverse 3. Again, I will put a bracket for the G inverse 3 so I can see that clearly. I'm going to get the G inverse 3 first. Alright, what is the G inverse 3? Meaning that we replace the 3 into the G, into the x for the function of the G inverse. So when the x is replaced by 3, so here will be 2, 3 plus 1. 2 multiplied by 3 plus 1, that will be 4 multiplied by 2. Now we got the 8. Alright, f of 8. F of 8 meaning that you're going to replace the x, okay, as a 8, and this one also will be replaced by 8. So here you get the square root of 4 plus 3 multiplied by 8. You get a 28. Alright, and you simplified it. So since the 28 is consists of a 7 multiplied by 4, right? So third of a 4, that will be 2, and the third of 7 will be remain as a third of 7. So our answer is 2 third of 7, the C. Alright, so this is the last question in this video. For the question 11 up to question 20, you will continue on the next video. Thank you for watching.